Hi, this lesson will be very quick and short. I will just show you how to add a user to a sudoers group in file etc sudoers. Okay, so let's switch to the CLI, please. Okay, so what we need to do, first of all, we need to check the current user ID, and this command ID, my name of course, presents you which groups I already added to my account. By default, it's sudoers-git and groups, and there will be no other groups, but because this is a Debian, and I'm an administrator of the system, so I needed some groups to be added to my account. And what next? First of all, when you will install the operating system, you are setting up the root password. So you need to switch to root, and you need to log in to the system as root. I will switch to the root first, but in the beginning you need to connect through the SSH to the server as a root user. Then you should install the vsudo tool, and if you don't know how to do that, you can look for in the Google, of course, and you will find many tutorials how to install the vsudo tool. And now I'm just doing it. By default, this is commented out. So what I did, actually, the root is here by default. I added %admin and all equals all, no password, all. So user that belongs to the admin groups can perform all those commands using a sudo without a password each time when user is performing any command. Okay, so now I will quit it without saving, but if you want to save it, just here we go, colon and X, and hit the enter, but colon Q exclamation mark means quit without saving. Okay, then you need to type the command grow and admin. It will show you the information that the group admin already exists, but in your case it will just create a group admin, and after that user mode admin hyphen ag admin Adrian, it's like this, and ID Adrian to show you that I'm currently in admin group, right? This is how it works. User mod hyphen ag admin Adrian, add user Adrian to admin group, and that is all. Then you need to log out, logging as user, and after that, when you will type sudo -i, it should switch to root. But if you will log out, you can type sudo apt update, for example, command, right? It should work just like that. This is how we can configure that sudo for the user to be able to run commands as sudo instead of root, because I do not recommend running all the time as root. Of course, the system administrators always should be conscious of those consequences of using the root account in the system, and that is why it is not recommended to use root all the time, but instead using a sudo to be able to control the system properly and to be safe. Actually, by the way, all those commands are saved, so we know what exactly we are doing, and we can limit everything in the system. So we can provide, for example, specific commands for the user in this etc sudo, because this is the sudo cap etc sudoers file. This is it. This is this file, and sudo ls alh etc sudoers will show you that only root has an access, and the permissions are read only for root and read only for the group root. So by default you cannot modify this file, and using the vsudo tool you will be able to modify a file and add properly permissions there. So all means that, as I previously mentioned, this means that you can type all commands, but you can specify the commands to the user is allowed to run, allowed to perform, right? And also you can remove this no pass comma all, and each time when the user will try to perform a command, it will display the information, please provide the password. So this is much more secure, and I really recommend to reconsider using a sudo instead of working as a root user all the time. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next lesson.